Hello, welcome back to Tony's Board Life. Of course, I'm Tony, and today we're going to do a setup video. So I have Heroes of the Bitter Harvest here, and we are going to do a setup and eventually a playthrough of a solo scenario here. I have actually chosen the scenario Urban Renewal here. I'm going to have to zoom this out just a little bit to get everything in here so you guys can see. Just don't want you to see my mess that's over here. So Urban Renewal uses two maps. So it's like a medium scenario. And you can kind of see the troops here that we've got. The playable areas, everything, victory conditions, things like that. So we'll get into the victory conditions. But what I wanted to do is do a setup for you guys of how the solo scenario, how the solo system works. So there's a couple things. So when you're setting up the deck, it's got directions. We'll do that after, kind of after this other one, after I get the pieces out, because I thought this was very unique. It was something that I thought was really cool, and kind of what sold me on getting this game, or pimping it out, and saying, "Hey, Dave, yeah, I'll take care of this for you." Um, what I've got here is I have. Not these 10. Those 10 stay there. Okay, so we have our groupings. And in the book here, so when I play the scenario, I'm actually going to play the Soviets. The Germans are going to be played by the bot. So you have a list of groups here. So I have groups 1 through 7 already set up, which is this one, and they're going to go in here. Now, what makes this solo scenario much better is that what you do is you take and you flip them over, and so there's a number here, so that's what group's going to go there. But what I have here is you throw a ton of negative contact markers out here. So what you do is you take negative contact markers and you flip them all upside down here. And then what you do is you take, and if you notice, all these numbers here are going to go in here. Now, let's see, how can you feel? Yeah, so if you wanted to, you could just put them in a drawer or in a thing and pull it out, feel around, make sure you don't get it. Or you can just flip them over. So then they're all mixed in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the board. I'm going to mix these up on the board, and then we're just going to randomly place them. And then I have these set up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now there's one thing. There's a sniper here for this module, for this particular scenario. And the sniper, you set it up when you pull one of the cards for that. So I don't have the sniper in these groups at all. These group right here will get placed as secondary. And if you look at the top here, this is where you're going to place all of these. And there's an exact number of hexes, and you're going to put it in here. So let me go ahead. I'm going to pause, and then I'm going to move the camera. So I've moved the camera here, and then so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip all these around here and mix them up really good. So I don't know which is which. Some of them are negative contacts and some of them aren't. And remember, the negative contact is just a white dude. We're white soldiers on black soldiers on a white background. And of course, this is what everything has over here. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at this one. So the first number is the map. So we have 81, and this is 78. So this is 81C7. So we're just going to grab one of these. So 81, and it's C7. So one's going to go right here. 81C7, 81F7. So right there. 81I6. Yeah. So 6 is H. I6 right here. 81 M6. So M6 right there. Let's move some of these down a little bit lower here. 81. So 78 C4. So here's C and 4. Okay. 78 C6. So right here. 78 D6. So right here. And this doesn't surprise me with these, by the way. I'll go over here, go over the scenario conditions here soon enough. So then I need 78 G3. So here's 3. Oh, there's G3. We'll just leave that one there. There's already one there. 78 G3, 5 and 7. G5 and G7. I2, 4. I2 and I4 right here. J7 right there. J7, K4. Ooh, I didn't see anything. I don't know if something came through. So K4. Here we go. K4, L3. Let's see, L3 and L6. So L3 and L6. Okay. So the reason why this doesn't surprise me so much, and you can kind of see how it's set up, is the victory conditions are, let me read them here. To win, one side must control more multi-hex stone buildings than the other side. If neither side controls the majority of the buildings, then the game is a draw. All buildings are controlled by Germans at the start of the game. So multi-hex buildings. So we're looking here, 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 here. Is it multi-hex stone buildings or just multi-hex building? It is multi-hex stone buildings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have the Germans pretty spread out. Now, what we do is we flip them over. So there's nothing that one, not that one, or that one, or that one. So nothing on that map. There's 4 is there. Oh, 6 is there. Nothing in that one. Nothing in that one. 1's there. 2's there. 5's there. Most of these are going to be it now. 7, nothing there, and right there. Okay, so let's go ahead. So 1 is going to be Lieutenant Frederick. Oh, you didn't see that. Lieutenant Frederick. 2 squads and an MG34. That is 1, so that's going to go here. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to put these to the side. Then 2 is going to be this very, very handsome gentleman, Sergeant Mo Fitz. And for those that don't know, that is Mo from Mo's Gaming Table. And that's going to be on number 2. So it's down here. Okay, so that's 2. Oh, I dropped my MG42. Come on. It's MG34. Sorry, MG34. An MG34. Okay, 3 is going to be Sergeant Wolf right here. So that's Sergeant Wolf, 2 squads, and the other MG34. Oops. G5. There we go. 4 is just going to be a squad. Go. 5 is just another squad. 6 is another squad. And then 7 is this mortar crew, or MG. Sorry, not mortar. What am I thinking? Okay, and it has the Slayer capabilities, so that's going to go here in 7. Okay, so now we take up all these other ones and we put them over here. Now, one thing I didn't show you guys, which I thought was pretty cool. Now, whether I use them or not, I think I might use them for some of the things, especially like um, the ordnance weapons. I think would be very, very important. Oh, where's that? Uh-oh. Where's that last one go? Oh, see, now I can't remember. Oh well, we'll put it right there. Can't remember if it went there or someplace else. That's okay. It's randomized. I'm not too worried about because let's see, G3 is definitely one of them. Yeah, so we'll just leave them there. So we actually have these cards. So Lieutenant Frederick. So they're the data cards. So they have everything you need. We've got the movement. We have the morale, any leadership modifier, which there is none, and any special skills that they have. So we have Frederick, we have Fitz, and we have Wolf. Then we also have the line, and then what it reduces to. So it could be either 154 or 054, depending. Okay. Starting 164, again, has everything morale of 5. Inherent firepower is a 1. Um, movement is 4. Unless you're shaking, then it's 2, and then it kind of shows you everything there. Now, this is where I think these will come in handy, is I won't have to flip them over to see the ordnance side. So that's pretty cool there. There. The sniper. And again, what you do for the sniper. Self-rally, things like that. We have the support weapons, which is really nice because it has the firepower. Zoom these even closer. The range and the cost. But, I mean, cost is not for me. But what's really nice is we have the Slayer skill here. So exactly what it does. And then we have our 7.92 mg. Firepower HE. So that's going to be range is going to be 14 because obviously it's a 4 firepower right there. Firepower right there is 4. Range of 14 and has a movement of 2, which is all, of course, all down there. But, hey, it's something neat. And then this was really cool. I pulled out the Slayer skill for that. So that's the OBB for the uh, Germans. Now, let's take a look because I have these 4 here for this second set of units, which is my yeah, okay. So so it's going to be 78 B4 and B4 is a possibility. 78 F2 E F2. Okay, 78 J5 J, and then the other one is M4, which is probably going to be over here. And it's in a building. I don't know how. I think we're gonna. Is it M4? Yeah, it's M4. We're just. That's in a building. They wouldn't be going in buildings. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip. Nothing there. Oh, we have 10, which is the Stug. So the Stug's going to go here. And we'll put him facing that way, obviously. And then the other one's right here. So that other one won't matter. So that's 9. So that's the Martyr 2. So that's this one right here. And we're going to have them facing that way, obviously. So the Russians will actually be coming from the top up here. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to use the setups. So the Russians actually come with the setups already for the Russians, the groups. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put all of these in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm just going to put them in a cup right here. And I'm going to draw them out. So I will have them all set up here, pre-set up, so we don't have to worry about that. But I'm going to throw all these in a cup. And that's when I come on, when it's my activation, I will just pull the shit out of here, and that's what group's going to come. And then what I'll do is you will roll, each group will enter the board, will roll on the following chart, and I will roll on that chart. There are some rubble markers that I have to put up, but I'll do that at a different point in time, right before we start. But I wanted to go through this part, so I will roll, and that's where they'll come on. I won't kind of have a choice on that one, and it takes a few less things off of my plate when I'm doing that. So they will actually come on from the north here and come down through. But as of right now, I have my enemy, my Germans, all set up. So that's that part. Now, one thing that we have to do is we have to set up the action cards, the action deck cards. Oh, and let's take a look at the Soviets. So we have Lieutenant Barnarf, Sergeant Lloyd, Alexeyev, and he has the leader hero skill. We have Tanya, the nurse. We have our lines, which are 114s, or 144s. Sorry, 144s. We have our sport weapons. So if you look, that is a 14.5 PTRS. Actually, we have the DP28. That's what we have. We have the DP28. That's a different. We don't have that. We have this one right here. So we also have this Tachanka, which has a firepower of 3, range of 12, and a movement of 8 roads. So that'll be interesting. We have a T-34. We actually have quite a few T-34s. We have 2 T-34s, and we have, by the way, we have 2 of these. We have Lieutenant Barnarf. Oh, I forgot. So the actual units here, we have 14 of these guys. And so 14 of those and only 1 DP-28. Okay, so I wanted to go over that as well. So that's that. So let me go ahead. I'm going to move the camera back over so I can show you the cards and then how we're going to set up the card deck. Now, if for the cards, we need to add our standard deck, which is this deck right here. So there's 36 cards here, and this is our standard deck. So we need to have those. So we'll add those. So I'm just gonna, here we go, I'll put them to the side here. So we have those. Then we need to add 43, 44, 46, 47, and 50. So these are the event cards. So that's these action events cards. Actually, there's a couple here. There's some of these as well, but we're not going to use those. So we need 43, which is the AEO Surge. 44, we're not done. 46, Rally on Me. And 47, Back to the Fight. And we also need 50, which is to Concentrate Fire. Okay. So once 4 of these have been resolved, we remove and ignore. So once 4 of these events have happened, we remove them. Okay, if the rest of these events we don't need, we put these back in the box. So I'm just going to put those sideways. So we take these here and we add them here. So that's kind of cool. Now, the next thing we have to do is we use all 6 of the reload cards. So this one, so instead of looking at the bottom for a symbol, you just throw these reload cards in here. So that's in there. Okay, then we need our fake cards, which we have here. So we need to do a random fake card. So, okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, and now what I'm going to do, so I don't know what they are. I'm just going to go 1, and then 1 from the bottom, 1 from the top, and 1 from the bottom. So that's 2. So I'm not going to look at those because I want to see um, what we've got here. And then we'll use all, and if you notice there on these cards here, these are silver and these are gold. Okay. So we're going to use all the silver cards here. So all these silver cards are going to go in. Okay. So all the silver cards. Yep. Use all the silver cards. So all these silver cards are going to go in here. So now we have this nice, good deck, huge deck, and we'll have to shuffle them. So I'll shuffle them off screen before we get started. But so that's that. So that deck's all set. Okay. So as of right now, and I'm going to gently try to not cause any people any motion sickness. And then I'm going to zoom back out here. So we are now all set for our scenario. And again, this is just a setup scenario. I wanted to show you how the solo system worked um, in the Bitter Heroes of a Bitter Harvest, because from what I've seen and what Dave has said, this is the way it's going to be going on from now on. So it won't be a problem. It's not a big deal. But I wanted to make sure everybody got a good chance to see how it works, how pieces set up, and things like that. And as I play my first turn, you'll see when I pull out these cards here, or pull out these chits. So let's say I'm going to pull one out here. So in this case, I pulled out, well, I'm going to say it is a 6, not a 9, because that's the right way. So there we go. So I'm going to say that's a 6. Now I'm going to put it back in so I don't. So what I would do is I'd take number 6, which is just 2 1-1-4s. I'd roll a d6. Let me just grab any d6 here. And yes, that's a d6. So that's 1. So a 1 would be 81b1. So they're going to come in all the way up here, which is nice because this guy can't see him. That's a pretty good spot to come in. There's nobody else. They can come in and around. So that's how I'm going to run it. And then, of course, I will actually play the Soviets full out. So that's, I'm going to play them to the best of my ability type deal. So that's not an issue on that. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it gave you a good idea of how to set up the game. The next video will be turn 1, and we'll go through how turn 1 goes. It's not too bad. We don't have large amounts of troops, but hey, we'll see how things go. So with that, I want to thank everybody, and see you guys on the next video. Talk to you later. Bye.